President, Mr. Sudeep Pathak, Mr. Moish Baswala, Mr. Chakwal Jose, Dr. Sagar Salgonkar, all the other office bearers of association, captains of industry, ladies and gentlemen, I think you are here discussing something very, very important for the world, for each one of you, and for everyone who matters, to let the living beings in this world live in a very good manner, thinking of the future. Today, everything is moving so fast. The whole world is changing. We have achieved so much of progress. You see nations progressing, you see countries progressing, you see people progressing. And while doing that, I think India also has moved a long way in terms of progress, in terms of growth, that matters to be a true world leader. But at your conference here as association, you have now going to talk about green investment and its sustainability. And I think as a deliberated, get the ideas on the table and move forward. And I am very happy that you are having this conference in a place like Goa. And I for sure believe, and I always have accepted, that when you deliberate, discuss in Goa, some new ideas are bound to crop up. As I say, and as one of the speakers said, this is a lovely place having a good environment. It is an example, yes. But even we have the pollution problems. We also think about the climate change that is taking place. Like for example, in this month, in a place like Goa, it never rains. But it was raining just 2 days ago, 3 days ago. And I have always said it years ago, because I have always have a concern for environment, that don't be surprised if in December in Goa, someday we may have snow. We had hailstorms, we had ice pieces falling in some of the villages. Even this may happen, sitting and deliberating, that what are we to do to save our Mother Earth, whom we have abused. We have only looked at our prosperity in terms of growth of our industry. We have looked at our own individual enhancement of growth. But you have nature hitting at you in a very big way. It's time for us to deeply not only ponder about this, but think of solutions. Solutions which are sustainable, which the industry can afford. You have to look at renewable energies. Which are the places where the investment has to take place? Merely making an investment is not going to help. Again, it has to be affordable. You have to reduce the cost. This is your challenge. How you are going to sustain or use the same energy much better than what you are using. And that is what is a huge challenge before industry. It is a huge challenge before the government. It is a huge challenge for each one of us. Unless it be available, which is required in this world, which is required by industry, which is required by our planners, which is required by the planners, there has to be ultimately a public-private participation, and the footprint of working in the private-public domain has to be much higher if you are really going to build up an industry that is required to sustain yourself, to live in this world happily. What will happen tomorrow? If your glaciers merely melt and your ocean levels rise, a lot of us will not have enough land, because land is not something which you can keep on producing. It will not multiply. There will be nothing to sustain us. We have to think about all these things, because it is we humans, out of our greed, like Mahatma Gandhi said, there is something for everyone, except there is nothing for if there is too much of greed. In our greed to progress fast, not realizing how much damage we are doing to the environment, we have reached perhaps a stage where there is no alternative whatsoever but Invest in the green industry. There is no alternative whatsoever. Invest in something that is really sustainable, and that is what is going to sustain you, because it is yours and my responsibility to think about the future generations. We have to think of those people who will be there after us. We may say, okay, this may last next 20, 30 years. What after that? That means we are not thinking of the future generations. Are we not here to sustain and keep it in the same manner for others to use our Mother Earth? That is what a thought which should exercise all our mind. And I am very happy at the various international conferences. Our Honorable Prime Minister has been making a very strong and concerted effort to make nations work towards that goal. It is not enough if only India works in that direction. You need cooperation from the global community, and it is only then we can certainly reach those particular levels where there will be no further damage, and we start working from the damaged situation to the reverse process where we make Mother Earth feel comfortable. And that is what I'm not going to quote figures, because figure-wise I think you have been quite efficient and vivid while showing it to the people. But I would merely say it is high time industry and all of you come to a situation with the deliberations, with plans, definite plans, and for implementation, which can help to sustain our Mother Earth so that we leave something for the future generations to come. I wish this particular conference, the Green Investment and Sustainable Summit, all the very best. I must compliment Association for having this conference, which is required at this particular point of time, because the whole world today knows how important it is to sustain our environment. The whole world leaders know we have no alternative. We have to invest in this industry, and I hope that while all of you will invest, in particular, all of you will make not only green investment, you will sort of force the others also to do such a thing, and make them realize that it is in their own interest, in interest of each one, that we really have the green industry footprints building up in a big manner. I think it will be a win-win situation for everyone, and that's why I once again congratulate you, wish you all the best, have good deliberations, use the data and facts which are there staring in your face as to how we have destroyed our Earth, what we need to do, what can be the plans, how we will be able to afford the plans while implementing, and how we can make it as a blueprint for small industry, medium industry, big industry, and each citizen as well. Because unless you have the community involved, unless you make the communities, I would say, aware that you need to sustain our Earth, you will be destroying yourself and the whole world if all of us